6 minutes per kilometre. I don't do maths. Compared to the marathon, a 10K isn't really a distance where you have to think too carefully about your fueling strategies. I'm Anna, and today on the Running Channel, I'm going to give you a few tips on what to eat and drink before, during and after a 10K race. If you're new around here, we regularly upload new videos like this one, so make sure you hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you get notified when we do. If you're going to be running a 10K in under 60 minutes, then you should generally have enough glycogen stored in your liver and muscles to get you round, as long as you've had a good evening meal the night before. So try and have something that's high in carbohydrates, maybe potatoes or rice or pasta or something that's cereal based. Also try and include some lean proteins in that. You don't need and shouldn't stick to only carbohydrates for your evening meal. Try and avoid anything that has too much fat in it though, like creams or cheeses or anything rich, because that can sit quite heavy in your stomach and even cause you to have an upset stomach during the race. The morning of your race, you should also try and have a meal with a high carbohydrate content. So something like porridge with a banana or a bagel with peanut butter. Whatever it is that you have on the morning of your race, though, make sure you've practiced with it during in training so that you know how your body reacts. Also crucial to think about is the timing of your breakfast on race day. So if you've been out for your training runs, work out how long you need to leave it from eating before running so that you don't end up with any stomach issues, and also so you don't run out of energy if you've left it too long. It's really important that you go into your race well hydrated, and that starts from the day before right into the morning of your race. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, especially if it's going to be a hot day. The way to check to see whether you've drank enough water or not is to check the colour of your wee. Yes, we're going to talk about your toilet habits here. So compare your wee colour to this chart here, and what you're aiming for is a light straw colour. So if you're too hydrated and you've drank too much water, you run the risk of going the other end of the scale and your wee will look quite clear. Now that can end up flushing out vital sodium from your system, and at an extreme can cause hyponatremia, which is really serious but also luckily very rare. So just be very sensible when it comes to hydration. Try and avoid drinking alcohol as well. That can dehydrate you as well as depleting your glycogen stores. So maybe try and stay off the beers the night before the race, save it for after and have a celebration maybe. Now you can sip sports drinks to help with your hydration, and that will also top up your carbohydrate reserves too. Any kind of sports drink on the morning of would be great for some people. They prefer to have a kick of energy through a sports drink, but make sure that you do sip them. Don't gulp them right down, because if you end up really needing the toilet, then your body will end up producing a hormone that makes you need the toilet more. So you don't want to be queuing up for those portaloos too many times on race day. Also have a think about how much water you are drinking on the morning of, not just for the toilet situation, but you don't want it all sloshing around in your stomach when you go to race. If you're going to be running for over an hour for your 10K, so that's more than a 9-minute 40 per mile pace or 6 minute per kilometre, then you may want to think about taking some extra energy on board during. So something like an energy gel, or as we mentioned earlier, a sports drink, something that will give you a bit of an extra boost. But the main thing to think about during your 10K really is water. So most organised 10K races will have a water station or two along the course, and you can check that out before you go. Practice in training to see if you do need to take on extra water during the race as well, and be aware that if you're running carrying a bottle, that can weigh down the side that you're carrying it. So you might want to think about other strategies for training other than carrying a bottle. If it's a hot day, then you're more likely to need to take on extra water than if it's cold. After the race, your main priority is to recover. During hard exercise, our muscles suffer from tiny micro tears, so a good way for these to recover is to have foods with high protein content in. So a really simple and easy way to get protein in after you've had a race is to have a pre-mixed protein shake, for example. You can also get the ones where the powder is separate to the water, and then you can mix that yourself. If you don't like protein shakes, then you can try something different. So some good examples of Greek yogurt with a high protein content, also eggs and omelettes, that kind of thing. If you've gone to a race, you might be with your friends, so you might choose to go out for dinner. So try and pick something off the menu with a high protein content to help you recover. After the race, don't gulp down loads of water straight away, just little sips will do. You'll only be able to rehydrate gradually over the next 24 to 48 hours anyway, so gulping down loads of water isn't going to top up what you've just lost. Hopefully there's loads of tips there that will help see you through your fueling for your next 10K before, during and after. But remember, the best thing to do is practice with all of them during training. Not one thing will work for everybody, and you can work out what's best for you. If you've got any tips, leave us a comment below and we'll see you next time on the Running Channel.